What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Folks, we have the brand new weapons that are currently out right now for Dark. That's right, they just dropped right now. I will not be doing a live stream until tomorrow morning though. I'll be doing the summoning and testing then, but I do want to go over what these weapons are all about and what they bring to the table and to the game. But before I do that, this is the last day, folks, to re-support or just support in general until the new season starts. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, guys, go log into your account, go to the support tab and hit that extend button to continue getting these next two codes. And if you haven't already supported, go hit that support button. It's absolutely free. Get yourselves in and get yourself some free codes. The other two have already expired, 2 more on the way. So anyone who's supporting now, the next 2 that'll drop tomorrow, I'll be sending out to everybody, including the existing supporters and any new supporters. But if you are brand new or existing, make sure you hit that support button and also extend to get the codes going forward as well into the next season. Okay, so real quick, wanted to make sure I mentioned that before it's over. I know it is the last day and a lot of people are going to care about that. All right, so let's go into this, guys, and take a quick look. You guys can see right away in the mailbox, if you plan to spend here, there is a 30% coupon to get yourself the new weapons, and then 30% coupon if you haven't already used it, the Lunar New Year special one. And then, of course, there's a coupon here for the surprise coupon for the event for Mary. So if you plan to spend, this is the first time spend, of course, spend responsibly, please. And secondly, make sure that if you plan to spend, you use those to make sure you get yourself all the discounts that you can. Now, I want to go over these weapons real quick and talk about them preliminarily before we do any form of testing, because I think it's important to at least get a general sense. And I will do the summoning and testing tomorrow at exactly 9:20 a.m. Eastern time when I drop my kids off to school and come back home. Also, on top of that, real quick, I want to announce that I'll be playing Resident Evil Requiem. That's right, it comes out on the 27th as pre-release. I've already pre-ordered it and I plan to play it. So if you want to watch me play a horror game, which a lot of you guys seem to enjoy, I'll be playing that live and hopefully finishing it with you guys on stream so we can all enjoy it. And if you plan to play it yourself, let me know what you guys think about it when you start. But I'll be going on the 27th as soon as it drops. And hopefully in the next few days leading up to the actual full release, we'll have a little bit of the content completed and then try to complete it together as a community, which I love doing. All right, so let's go and take a look at the weapon. If you go to the draw system now, guys, you should see the weapons available now in this section here. Right there they are right there. And then also you should see them also right here in the custom draw. So of course, this is where you want to actually focus on getting them. So you know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and summon them here a few times and just kind of see what they're all about. But before I do that, let's go ahead and take a look at these and see what they're all about. Okay, so you guys can see right away the damage and everything that goes with them. Let's just go view in detail and kind of go over each one and what they bring to the table as brand new weapons. So Winchester Rogue is actually going to be your DPS weapon. This is a firearm, of course, that'll do piercing shots if you are close. Now we see minimum, we're going to go to maximum, just kind of see what it does, but we'll start with the minimum first, kind of work, and actually, you know what, go max. Let's go max and work our way down. So using Doomsday, which is I'm assuming the last skill here, there it is. So Doomsday reloads, fires special rounds, does 2,506 damage, and then does dark element, of course, and then the core damage is called just core, 1,093, and then basic attacks, fairly decent numbers. Nothing really special there in terms of that. Okay, so using Doomsday activates rotary reload. Rotary reload activates the user's core attack, changes Winchester Rogue core attack to condemn, and increases its damage by 20%. Now, what makes this super important here, guys, just so everyone is aware, is Jinu's brand new skill for darkness for the infusion skill actually does play a big part here. If you haven't read it before, it increases the dark core attack damage by 105% for 15 seconds at heroic. And you can only imagine what it will do at the legendary landscape, right? So they kind of work hand in hand. They want you to be using that weapon specifically with, let me actually get out of this, with this specific skill. So make sure, guys, if you plan to use the weapons, you use that skill with it as well to maximize the amount of damage you do with your core attack. Okay, so you guys can see that's the whole point. Condemn can be used up to 2 times while the rotary reload is in effect. It lasts for 4 seconds. Okay, so that's the duration of it. Now, A1, the user's Doomsday damage dealt to target within a 5-meter range increased by 100%. Also enhances rotary reload. This time activates the core, and then the core does 40% more damage instead, and now can be used 3 times. The activation duration is 5 seconds instead. So you guys can pretty much bam, 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 shoot, and all of that is extra 40% damage. And if you already followed it up with the dark move, that's an extra 100% damage, 105% damage at heroic only. Okay, so second stars over over here, the user's dark damage increased by 10%. Very standard stuff. This doesn't usually change. Using Doomsday activates Ready or Not, increases condemns dark damage by 15%, increases condemns critical hit damage by 30%, and you also gain super armor for 6 seconds. So you guys can see this is now upping the amount of damage you'll be doing with your weapon. A4, of course, reduces the cooldown. And then lastly, A5, the rotary reload and Ready or Not skill is enhanced. Now activates the user's core, changes Winchester's core attack to condemn, and his damage now increases by 80% and increases condemns overload damage, damn, by 70%. Okay, I wonder if these are additive during the act. I mean, it should be during the overload stage. Condemn can be used up to 4 times, lasting for 6 seconds, and now your dark damage increases by 30%. You guys can see here, it doesn't say dark damage, weapon damage. It looks like it's in general just dark damage. Increases condemns critical hit damage by 60%. You also gain super armor. So that's weapon 1. Looks pretty damn insane, guys. All right, let's go to weapon 2. This is the one I think that's going to matter the most. So the catalyst here, it's called the catalyst transfiguration key. A disc that calls forth beings from the depth of the other realm through a gate. It once acted under the commanders of the Proctor, but now unleashes power beside a new master. So using Morph Beast Strike restores 100% of the user's gauge and activates Morph Beast Gaze. So you guys can see here, this is again a core attack used with that skill. So very important to remember that. Deals dark elemental damage equal to 900% of Jinu's attack. Counts as a core attack, by the way. Using a dark core attack activates Morph Beast Erratic Flux in front of the user, which lasts for 2 seconds. Duration is 15 seconds. Sorry, cooldown is 2 seconds, but duration is 15. So when all the user's equipped weapons are dark elemental weapons, the Morph Beast Enhance effect activates Morph Beast Enhance, increasing dark overload damage by 10% and increases the dark elemental accumulation effect by 20%. So now you're increasing your overload even faster. Lordy Lord. Okay, the user's dark damage increased by 10%. Activate Morph Beast Erratic Flux. Activates Energy of Transfiguration. So Energy of Transfiguration increases dark core attack and weapon skill damage by 15%. Increases the critical hit rate of dark core attack and weapon skills by 3%. And increases the critical hit damage of dark core attack and weapon skills by 10%, stacking up to 2 times. And this is only at a 3. You guys can see the amount of damage you're going to be putting out is pretty intense. Morph Beast Strike cooldown increased by 20% or decreased by 20%. Of course, the A4 is usually the same. And then lastly, A5, the Morph Beast Essence and Energy of Transfiguration effects are enhanced. Morph Beasts Enhanced. I'm sorry, that's a hard one to say constantly. Increases dark overload damage by 20% versus where we at here. 10%, so doubling it. Increases the dark accumulation effect by 40%. When the dark overload effect is activated, dark weapon skill damage increases by 100% for 3 seconds, and the number of times the energy of configuration effect is stacked becomes 5. And this duration is infinite. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Energy of transfiguration now goes for 15% damage. Increases critical hit rate of cores by 3%. All that stays the same, I think, but it stacks up to 5 times now, instead of only, was it 2? Where was that? Yeah, stacks up to 2 versus 5. Wow, that A5 is crazy. So there you guys go. I hope everyone has been saving their tickets for this. I think this is going to be a fairly big deal, guys. And if you haven't been saving your tickets, it's going to be really, really rough to try to get this. I think this is going to take, weapons usually take the most amount of essence stones outside of a character that you're looking for specifically within the realm of custom banners, but I'm going to try to get both of these within the custom banners, and hopefully we can get enough to at least get an A3. And then remember, crafting wise, these will not probably be available anytime soon. Let me see, probably I imagine either next week or the following week, but let me see if they've changed it. We'll just check crafting just in case. I don't think they have. No, see, it's still not. Oh, it is here. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, this is to make it through the. Oh, this is to make it through the materials. Okay, we don't have those yet. I think that's for yeah. Okay, you can't craft them yet here. So this is what I'm talking about, right? This is 20 days left, 20 hours. We should see this. We should see this crafting one next time. So unfortunately, we got to wait a little bit in order to use them. That's unfortunate, but we should be hopefully ready by the time the hard mode drops for WOBL. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, live stream tomorrow. Come join the testing and summoning. I'll see you guys there. Take care.